Hello everyone. So today I've been reading this book. It's the Perfumes the A to Z Guide by Luca Turin and Tanya Sanchez. It's a really famous book in the fragrance community, and he and his wife, I believe, have reviewed a lot of great fragrances. And I'm looking forward now to finding out what he thinks about some of my favourites. I'm sure they must be up there in his own and personal favourite list. So let's find out. So, my scent of the night is Creed Bois de Portugal, my favourite scent ever. So let's see what Luca Turin makes of this one. Bois de Portugal Creed, one of Creed's best. This is a classic woody oriental, close in intent but not in richness or quality, to Parfum de Nicolai's Divine New York, which is at once cheaper and vastly better. Stars out of 5, 3. One of my favourites, I'll be fascinated to see what he thinks of this, is Givenchy Gentleman from 1974. What a classic, just a groundbreaking classic scent, patchouli, civet. I'm sure that he will agree. Givenchy Gentleman. This one has been reformulated. Once great, it is now a sad little woody leather. Millesime Imperial Creed. Now I love this one. Great salty watermelon, and you really can smell great quality. So can he redeem himself here? Millesime Imperial Creed, 2 stars, metallic citrus. Utterly unremarkable. Who is this bloke? Okay, so here we are again looking for vintage fragrances, and I'm outside the Manor Pharmacy in Radlett, and I went in there about an hour or so ago, and they got 2 bottles of La Nuit de l'Homme. I checked the batch codes, and one of them came up as July 2012. I checked it on 2 websites, and they both said the same thing, so I'm pretty confident it's a 2012 bottle, so I'm going to go and buy it, and we're going to find out if it's as good as people say. Here we go. Okay, so here it is, my July 2012 bottle of La Nuit de l'Homme. So I'm going to find out how good that is compared to the current version, which I do have a 2015 bottle. Hello everyone, so today we're going to be doing a comparison on the current version of La Nuit de l'Homme with the 2012 batch. This fragrance was released in 2009. There were various different reformulations, and it is generally perceived that the first version in 2009 is maybe the best one, but there was a reformulation around about 2011, and that's still really good, and some people even prefer it. So this 2012 version is supposed to be fine. It's in the first reformulation period. After some time around 2013, things go downhill, and those ones have been getting a real bad rap. So this is sort of a vintage one. Okay, 2012 is meant to be really good for La Nuit de l'Homme fans. So me and Claire are going to have a look at this one. Please check out Claire's channel, Smurfy Girly, on YouTube. And you quite like this fragrance, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I like it.
But the one you've mainly smelled has been the old one.
Yeah.
It's been the new one, the reformulated one. So we're going to do it on a tester strip and on skin and see if there's a notable difference. Right now we're not going to do performance, but we'll do smell, because we can't do performance and longevity, but we can see if they smell different.
Whoa, you get a lot.
Nice sprayer. Okay. So, what do you think of that? I know you smelled it before, of course, Claire, but what do you think?
I like it. I find it generally quite pleasing smell. To me, it does smell like a tobacco fragrance. It smells sweet, but not too sweet. It's masculine
It's nice.
enough.
I'm getting nice smells in the air, yeah.
And it's got it's slightly spicy, but again, it's not over. It's almost like it's just so nicely balanced. Not too sweet, not too spicy, but there's a little bit of everything going on.
What would you give it out of 10?
I'd give it 8 out of 10.
Okay, so really nice smell. Okay. Really now, the problem that most people say is that there's a real bad problem with performance. The ingredients have been weakened and changed, so there doesn't, maybe the smell's kind of the same when it comes out, but something about the way that it projects and lasts is really poor. And I have spoken to someone who's a fragrance industry insider, and he did say that he got the old one and the new one analysed, and there have been major changes. Don't quote me on that, but there is good evidence that something significant has changed. So let's have a look. This is a 2012 version then. So this is the first reformulation where things are still generally thought to be really good.
So
I've got my little knife for. It's how you're supposed to do it, right?
Careful with that.
I was tempted to flog this on eBay for big money. I got it in a chemist for a reasonable price because it'd been there for ages, but it's more fun to find out. So let's get the cellophane.
Before we share it with you.
Yeah, it's more fun.
We'd rather share it.
Okay, so the 2012 version. Let's see if it's as magical as some people say. So get that stuff off. Now, one thing. First of all, you're supposed to have a heavier cap. Okay, we need to test this. We're not really into presentation, are we, Claire?
No.
Or measuring those kind of details. Okay, so that's the cap for this one, and that's the other one.
Oh yes.
Is that actually true?
That's like twice the weight.
Colour of juice. This is another big thing for people. And actually, I know a lot of people talked about this subject, but I don't think... I've seen one guy who's done a video where he's lined up the bottles, but I don't think you've ever seen anyone spray different ones in the same video, so we are kind of a bit unique here.
Oh, cool.
Colour of juice. How's your juice, Claire? What's the colour?
My juice
Let's have a look. Okay. This is... I only had a 40ml one.
My juice is loose.
It's a little bit difficult to tell, but that's that, okay. If you just want to hold that up for that now. This one... It's difficult to tell if that's a taint of the bottle, but they're not.
I think
they are different. Yeah, this one is darker. This is a July 2012 batch. Let's see if there's a notable difference on the first spray, and then we'll put it on skin. Yeah, so we'll do 2 sprays. Okay, so this is 2012, sort of good version, apparently, right? Never sprayed before, so. What do you think of that one?
I think it definitely smells different. Don't know actually. Maybe this is more woods. I'm noticing more woods in that.
This is the older one.
Yeah, like maybe a cedar note or
2012
something
version.
that I wasn't.
Okay.
That wasn't obvious.
And this is the
That's
2015.
more sweet. What do you think? Or am I imagining it?
It's very similar smell. I must say it's very similar. At this point in time, the 2012 one does seem stronger, but it has been sprayed more recently. So let's just try it on skin and see what we think about that, and then we'll come back to you in a minute. Okay. So let's do on this the left arm of me. We'll do the 2015 supposedly weaker version. Okay, so we'll do 2 sprays there. The spray is a bit dodgy, so I'm going to give it a bit more.
Very erratic.
Yeah, we'll forgive that.
Give it a minute because that's still.
And then on the other half of the other arm, we'll do the 2012 version, and we'll do 2 sprays there. Much better sprayer. And we'll see what we think. So we'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, so we've just let the opening burst dry down for 5 minutes. Let's see what you think. So, and you forgot which one's which, I think. So could be good. What about this one?
I think that smells stronger.
Try the other one.
Or woodsy, maybe. No, that's stronger.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, that's stronger. They are quite similar though.
Try, let's go that one.
Yeah.
And that one.
Maybe that's stronger.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright. Do you want to sniff one more time?
Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
This one?
Okay. That's definitely stronger. That's more mellow, like more musky.
Okay, so this one is actually
brighter.
the 2012 one.
Okay.
And that's the 2015. So it's a very subtle difference, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? There's not a lot in it, but I think I can smell that one. There's a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
But it's like 10-20%, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's not a lot in it. Okay, so far, yes, there's a difference, but not amazing. Okay, great. Hi there, so we are in Krispy Kreme donuts, but don't worry, we only had a coffee. So we're going to check which one smells strongest now. I've got two versions of La Nuit de l'Homme, one on each hand. Claire's going to hold the camera just for a second and tell us which one is stronger, if any difference. So what about this one?
Don't really smell much on there.
She did just do this already, so now we just decided to film it.
I can smell skin.
This one?
I can still smell fragrance, yeah.
So the vintage one, which is this one, seems to be stronger. You can still smell it. The
definitely.
modern version, almost undetectable.
Barely there,
about 2.5 hours after spraying. Interesting. Okay, so in conclusion then, I've given both fragrances a couple of wearings and been trying them out on two different hands to smell them, and I've got Claire's opinions as well, and basically I think there is a difference, no surprise there. The vintage one, 2012 version, is better. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more woody and rich, but there's not a huge amount in it. The newer version is really kind of weak in performance, and it does seem to die out pretty quickly, whereas the 2012 version is by no means beast mode. It's more in the average performance level. It's decent, it's okay, and therefore worth having, but the modern version actually is almost, I would say, I wouldn't recommend people to buy it, to be honest. Also, though, I wouldn't recommend people spend vast amounts of money to get the 2012 one unless you are really so fanatically in love with this fragrance. So it's definitely a slightly richer version of a very, very similar smell, and just gives you a little bit more performance, a little bit more depth and woodiness, and that's about it really. So it's been interesting for me to find out about this one. I'm happy to own a 2012 one, so I've got the one of the better versions, and for me the 2012 version is about an 8 out of 10, whereas I'll knock a couple of points off the other one for having a slightly less rich smell and weak performance, only a 6 out of 10, which takes it out of the recommendability range for me. I wouldn't recommend it. Old one, yes, if you can find an old one in a shop, sometimes you still can, or online for a reasonable price, yes, but I wouldn't break the bank. That's it. Now, of course, it's time for a league table update. Thank you for voting. You can still vote. Just say in any one of my videos, I vote for. Keep it to the last 1 or 2 videos, and your vote will be counted for your favourite fragrance. So let's find out who's top of the league this week. Okay, so here's the new league table. We have had some changes. So at number 10, each on 13 votes, funnily enough, it's a tie between Dior Homme Parfum and Dior Homme Intense. So, yeah, but each one got 13, so they're tied at 10th place. Number 9, Amouage Reflection Man, 14 points. Number 8, Bleu de Chanel, 16 points. At number 7, we have La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL, 19 points. Number 6 is Valentino Uomo Intense, 27 points. Number 5, it's D&G's The One, 29 points. At number 4, it's Dunhill Icon, one of my favourites, and that's on 34 points. At number 3, it's Creed's Green Irish Tweed on 34 points. At number 2, dethroned from top spot this week, it is Dior Sauvage on 38 points. And the new leader in this league table is Acqua di Gio Profumo on 39 points. Upgraded to the Hall of Fame was Creed Aventus, which got the 50 points mark. I think it went up to about 65 points, and then we just put it in the Hall of Fame because it was always going to be so far ahead. So the leader of this league, Acqua di Gio Profumo, thanks to everyone who voted. I'm going to do one more league video, so you can vote for your favourite one still. Then I'm just going to finish this league for now with a video on the best 5 as voted for by you. Otherwise it just goes on indefinitely. It's good if we have some end result. So one more video will come up soon. Thanks for watching everyone. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.